Since 1911, almost 100 years, Timothy Christian Schools has developed academically prepared Christian disciples to live out the message of restoration and renewal in a world looking for signs of hope. Thousands of young people have learned what it means to understand biblical values and apply them in real ways to real life. Timothy has built on the powerful legacy of families committed to Christ, seeing generations of students uniquely prepared to affect the world, bringing restoration here on the campus and beyond. But we are now at an important stage in Timothy's history. We must move forward in dynamic ways or risk a slow decline. We need to improve facilities and fields to keep pace. We need to address an aging infrastructure, boilers and roofs and mechanical systems before they fail. We need to strengthen our vision for Christian education to address a changing world. Our physical plant, the safe and secure place where we develop students into agents of renewal, is itself in need of renewal. Computer and science labs where students learn through the language of technology need to be overhauled. Space for students to create art needs to be expanded. Heating, air conditioning, and plumbing systems need to be updated. Areas for athletics need to be increased and modernized to serve a growing program. Community building spaces to serve our neighbors, our students, and families need to be increased. Campus safety and security needs to be strengthened. We've developed a campus master plan that addresses these issues and more, laying the foundation for the next 100 years, the next 10,000 students, the next season of world restoring efforts. But campus renewal is not only in the physical space around us. Timothy will be a new campus in other significant ways. We plan to broaden our vision for Christian education through intergenerational programming and through partnerships with Christian schools in Uganda and Zuni, New Mexico. We want to teach stewardship by modeling it as an institution. We want our students to see how busy God is around the world. We are committed to carrying on Timothy's 100-year legacy of playing a significant role in God's worldwide restoration project. We believe that God has given us the task of developing generations of students that become agents of renewal, demonstrating the power of God to rebuild this world in everything they say and everything they do. It's about preparing them to take what they know and what they believe beyond mere intellectual exercise, beyond a building where they go to learn and grow, and into a world that desperately needs Christ's disciples. One mark of an institution worthy of support is the quality and experience of its leadership. When embarking on an ambitious program like this campaign, it's important to know who is in the lead. Timothy is blessed with gifted and seasoned administrative leadership and an outstanding faculty. It is well served by members of its board of directors and foundation trustees, who ensure that Timothy's secure financial position will continue. But leadership alone won't get it done. We invite you to partner with us in this next important chapter in Timothy's history. Building the Campus, Restoring the World, the campaign for Timothy Christian Schools. It's going to take all of us doing beyond what is easy to make this happen. In times of prosperity and adversity, through nearly 100 years of God's faithfulness, Timothy has been extraordinarily blessed. It's time for the next chapter to be written, with God's grace and your faithful stewardship. Welcome to the adventure. Ever since its move to Elmhurst, building on land which was once a mushroom farm, Timothy's growth has come in stages, fueled by the vision and sacrifice of generations of faithful supporters. The original high school building came in 1962, followed by the additions of a gymnasium and classroom wings in 1965. In 1970, the elementary and middle school joined the high school in Elmhurst. A gymnasium and classroom wing followed in 1972. Construction in the 1980s included a new mini-gym and classroom wing to the elementary middle school at the start of the decade, followed by a high school library, auditorium, and band, choir, and art classrooms, and an elementary middle school library and new classroom wing in 1985. And at the end of the decade, 1989, high school administrative offices and a cafeteria were added. The most recent construction came in 1995 when a preschool and early elementary wing and elementary art and music classrooms were added to the campus. To this point, Timothy has expanded without the benefit of an overall campus master plan to guide it. We now have such a plan to address the critical facility needs for programming to accomplish our mission. This plan will be carried out in 3 fundraising and construction phases. Phase 1 begins with the relocation of the busing operation to property in the village of Hillside. 4 additional classrooms will be added to the elementary school to address overcrowding. 3 new high school science labs and a greenhouse space enabling full class instruction, smaller collaborative research, and independent study will address outdated and inadequate current science classrooms. The existing classrooms will be upgraded to serve the middle school and address the glaring need for science labs for them until the new middle school wing will be built in a later phase. A new rehearsal room for a growing and excellent orchestra program will be added. Preparation of new kitchen, mechanical, and building service areas east of the current band room will lay the groundwork for Phase 2 and address elements of our aging infrastructure. The addition of a media production studio classroom in the high school will enable our students to add video production and editing to an already outstanding photography program. Phase 1 brings benefit to each part of the Timothy program: elementary, middle, and high school students and faculty. Phase 2 brings the construction of the Commons, a new field house, and the relocation and upgrading of our athletic fields. The Commons connects the 2 campus buildings. It will provide identifiable and serviceable entrances for the school, improve campus safety and security by removing the current central driveway, house the kitchen and cafeteria for all students, and serve as a gathering place for Timothy and the surrounding community for events in the Huizinga Auditorium and new field house. It will also provide flexible and versatile space for art exhibits, volunteer groups, committee and board work, and intergenerational programming. The field house will address the pressing need for more space for physical education and team practices and add guest seating. It will house 3 practice courts and a full-size competition court seating 1,200 guests, and also provide a state-of-the-art fitness room and new locker space. With the relocation of the bus operation to Hillside, we are able to add parking space and an improved configuration of our athletic fields. A new track and soccer field will also allow for the future development of a football program and will also provide for underground water retention. Phase 3 focuses on the remodeling of existing classroom space and relocating of educational services. It provides for expanded and improved upper and lower grade libraries, new science laboratories for the middle school, project-based flexible classrooms in the old high school cafeteria space, relocation of the lower elementary wing and the middle school wing, improved space for the Discovery and Impact programs, roof repair and replacement, fire protection and sprinklers, and air conditioning. When we are finished, we will have accomplished a cohesive vision for an aesthetically pleasing and better functioning physical plant, and new programs which move us beyond belief. Shall we move forward in faith together? The real business of tradition is not the securing of the past, but the ensuring of a future. Only when we know how the story has run to this point can we responsibly decide how the plot might now unfold. But just as you excel in everything, in faith, in speech, in knowledge, in complete earnestness, and in your love for us, see that you also excel in this grace of giving. 2 Corinthians 8, verse 7.